It is time to celebrate a Savannaian who has been responsible for so many of your celebrations over the years. Susan Mason is considered by many to be the most sought-after caterer in our region, and this year she is marking a huge milestone.
Susan Mason. If there's a fluffy duffy party going on, Susan is in charge of the food.
When Susan Mason received national attention on the Food Network, she was already a household name for many in Savannah, the go-to caterer for the special events of life.
I've had wonderful clients. I've had a great run.
It's a run that began 40 years ago this year, and it all started when a friend asked her to cater her birthday party.
How did you make the inroads that you made?
I must say that when I first started, I really worked hard. But after the first party, people just started calling, and they, thank goodness, haven't quit calling.
And her clientele now spans generations of families.
In my cookbook, I talk about a child that I did her debutante party, her wedding, and the christening of her children. So, you know, yes, I'm into the grandchildren now that I'm catering for.
What are the most sought after things that you prepare?
Number one, crab cakes. I'm famous for my crab cakes. And the reason they're so good is we put no filler. They're all crab, and all my staff's gonna have carpal tunnel from caressing.
And there's no telling how much caressing her staff has done over the years because they've been awfully busy.
I have the same staff I started with, and I always say, I drive the boat, they shoot the ducks. I've got 6 of them that just sort of run the business, and I really am working for them now because we're family, and I would never, you know, let them down.
Together, they've catered thousands of events, including gatherings for dozens of celebrities.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump. Would you like a chocolate?
Like Tom Hanks when he was filming Forrest Gump in Savannah.
The next day, he invited us to the set, and we went, and he was on the bench, and he jumped up and he said, "Oh, look, everybody, this is who catered for us last night." He was great. I mean, so many of them were great, and I won't tell you the ones that weren't.
People have moved their weddings based on Susan's availability.
Greg Parker has been friends with Susan for nearly as long as she's been in business, and he estimates she's catered at least 25 events for him.
Well, I think it's remarkable, and what I would like for people to know is that she was in a bad place. She got out of a marriage and she got nothing. I think she had like $5,000. And then she started this catering business.
A business that Greg says is built on her creativity, talent, and high standards.
She understands people and what they want, and if they don't, she prefers to be hired and just let her do what she's going to do because she's a little strong-willed.
And plenty of people have been willing to let Susan be Susan.
So it's not just about having her food at her events. You want Susan Mason to be there because she sort of elevates things.
Oh, I can't wait.
Me neither.
Her TV appearances have definitely elevated things, but they pale in comparison to the appreciation her clients have shown over these 4 decades. And for Susan, the feeling is mutual.
Well, I just got the loveliest note from something I did at Hilton Head 2 weeks ago, and she said, "I just love the way you love your job," you know. I have not had one unhappy moment since I've been catering. So,
Isn't that amazing to be able to say that?
and you know, they say if you love what you do, you never go to work. I'm just gonna keep on working, and I'll probably drop dead at a party, but I hope I'm going in instead of coming out so I won't look tired. So,
As you can imagine, we laughed a lot during our 45-minute interview there. Well, she is still in demand, even though she's never advertised her business. I also need to mention that Susan was inspired by her mother and her grandmother, who she says were both very talented cooks. And her cookbook that she mentioned is called Susan Mason's Silver Service. It is available on Amazon.